cooking. Today, I told you I was going to try to make blackberry scones. I don't know if they're going to work, but I have a general recipe here, and we're going to swing and see what we come up with. But first off, I want you to preheat your oven to 425 and grease a baking sheet. You're going to need it. Do make sure that your shelf is in the middle. You're going to need that. Now let's start putting this together. I've got a lot of thought because I've got more things I have to do today. We need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Let's see. It's 10 here at 6 o'clock on the West Coast where one of my girlfriends lives. She's in California. We are going to add a tablespoon of wheat germ. This will not bother the flavor. You don't have to worry about it. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I was supposed to do it for that carrot cake, by the way. It's very good. I'm not going to lie to you. It's delicious. I didn't expect it to be that good. It came out really beautiful. All right, we need 1/3 cup of sugar. Okay. We're going to have some problems here. I might have to go get sugar. I have to do that. I might have to pause because I have to run upstairs. I'll be dang, almost. Just a little bit off. Well, I'm going to steal the sugar for the coffee that my sons have. I only need a spoon or 2. God, I came really, really close to this. Oh yeah, sometimes you can do this. A lot of people don't know you can, but you can. So we've got that. And the next thing we're going to be adding is 2 teaspoons of baking powder. But I did warn you that I was going to try this, so we have no idea if this is going to work or not. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And we need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I have the recipe behind me, so if you see me look, it's actually because I'm reading it. It's in the window. All right, now if I remember correctly, no, you don't want this yet, okay. It wants 5 tablespoons of chilled butter. I forgot the knife. So we're going to see if these come out. I hope they do. Because blackberries are sort of like raspberries. You have to depend upon them, knowing that they're full of liquid, so you have to be careful. Now, I'm going to mix this up before I start. Yeah, I better grater. I was testing it. Hello from Paris. Ah, hi. Guiders are popular because it's very popular in France. And how much America can spend on for one lesson? Guiders? I'm not sure. I have no idea. I don't do this, so I really have no idea. But anyway, nice to hear from Paris. Okay. They wanted it just slightly chilled. I usually keep mine frozen, but I said, okay, I'll do slightly chilled. Now I want this butter coated and separated so it will be all over them instead of in one big lump area. As people forget, anything that you add, you want to coat it so it stays separated and can be throughout whatever you're baking. Oh. Right, now what do you want? Okay, here we go again. All right, we used the yeah, we got the butter already. Oh no, we're not doing that. You always hear me say that. They want us to stir the blackberries, blueberries, raspberries in last. And when you do that, they're going to fall to the bottom, which isn't something you want. So, in order to get flour to stick to these blackberries, I put everything in the bowl. Right here, it's all in the bowl, the butter, and everything I put. We have to wet these so the flour will stick to them so we can suspend them. Just shake off the extra. I'm rattling them. See, they're so big, I don't know if this is going to work. This is why I say I'm playing today. We have to coat these to make sure that they'll suspend throughout it. And that's why I do it. Other than that, if you handle them too much, they're going to mash up, and then you're going to have the color of the berries instead of that look that you're looking for with the combinations of blue mixing with them. But it's not going to, I keep going over there because I've been going to the table all day. All right, in another bowl, you're going to put 1/2 a cup of milk. We're going to put an egg in it. You really want me to put the coconut in this? I really don't want to put the coconut in this. Listen, I argue with recipes all the time. I'm just one of those people. They say, I'm not doing it. All right. I don't like it. No, I'm not doing it. Okay, that's it. People say to really argue with. Yes, I do. I learned these tricks when you get some of these recipes. They sit there and tell you need 1/2 cup of sweetened coconut flakes. Put it until you're dry. They want it in the liquid. I'm just not doing that because I know what's going to happen. They'll sink to the bottom. I don't want them to sink through the bottom. I want them mixed. Now, I've made this recipe with raspberries and blueberries, but blackberries and boysenberries are bigger, so I don't know. So we're going to find out. All right, we need 1/4 teaspoon of grated lemon. Fine. So, I know I didn't use a cutting board. Bad. All right, we're going to put it here. Now I know these scones will not be tasted until they're thoroughly cool because the blackberries are so big. There'll be moisture if you go to open them too soon, and we have to let it all calm down. And how do I know? I did it. I said, oh, they look so good with something else with the blackberries, and I didn't let it sit. And it just fell apart. So I said, I'll have to let it sit till it's completely cool. We'll have a better idea. This is where toothpicks come in handy when you have a fine grade. I went through all my zest that I made, so I have to do that again. Okay. Now what do you want? No, that's already in there. We're not touching it. Okay. So there's nothing else you want in here? Okay, you can do that. Now the real trick of this is to make sure that you don't sit there and smash these blackberries, or you'll end up with everything looking like a blackberry. I think this might need more liquid. Yeah, it's going to need more liquid. Okay. That's all right. I'm still going to toss you. All right, so using blackberries, we're going to have to add extra liquid into this, I think. I'm trying not to. See, a lot of people don't know about coating your fruit or something that you're putting in one's already ruptured. Come on. Yeah, I know one's ruptured. Well, this is only going to make 8, I think. Yeah, 8 scones. You can see how hard it is to mix with big berries. It's not easy. That's why I keep going under the underside of it, bringing it up. I figured you could come into the kitchen and watch me try something and see if it fails or not. You have to be that way. When you cook, you don't know if something you're going to do is going to work or it's going to turn out to be a flop. I need a spoon for this. I need this and this. I don't need that. I need this. I don't need that. This has to be greased, if I forgot to tell you. Oh, that's too big. Yeah, that one ruptured. Okay. But we'll find out if it works. See, when you have the basics, you can do anything with it. Just stay in the ratios of your liquids to your dry, then you can add things to it. And that's what you want to do. Okay. Would you let go? Don't worry, I'm going to round them up after. All right, I'll need a cookie sheet to finish this up. I'm not going to get them all on it. Okay, sort of rounding them up because they're going to spread a bit. I have 2 more to do, but they have to go somewhere else, and that can't go there. That's not going to hold. I know. Alright, you're going to brush them with some milk, and then you're going to sit there and sprinkle some sugar on them. And that's it. And we'll put them in the oven to bake. Okay. brush. Really don't brush them, just sort of tap them and that's it. I learned that the hard way. So I sort of give you idea, things that I have made mistakes on and I had to correct. So I hope this works. Got my fingers crossed on this one. You don't want a lot of sugar on them, just a little. We're going to just put them in the oven now. How long are they going to cook? 20 minutes. And that's it. We'll see if they come out. And I've got 2 more I have to make, so I need a cookie sheet for this. It's not going to fit. I was actually not going to show you guys how to do this. I said, this might not work. I said, well, look, they have to see if you're experimenting. This is what people go through when we're doing a recipe. We'll sit there and we'll try something and it might flop, actually become a real flop. And then sometimes you surprise yourself and say, I'll be dang, that came out good. So you never know. My mother was one who always followed recipes, and I was always saying, can't we do something different? Because I always wanted the whole grains, and she said no, she didn't like whole grains, she only liked white flour. So I knew when I went on my own, I was definitely going to be using whole grains. And then I found so many different grains. Because in Texas at that time, like I told you, we didn't even get wheat flour for a long time. The only thing you could find is just white flour, and that was it. First time I had whole grains, we had to drive all the way to Houston because there was a place in Houston that would sit there and order whole grains and bagels and stuff. And they only came in every Wednesday night, and Thursday everybody drove to get there. I mean, all over Texas they would come in, and when they ran out, they'd say, we don't have any more. Even if you wanted it, they say, come back early the next week. Because the plane would come in from New York to Texas on Wednesday night, and they would load all the breads and everything that came in, all the whole grains and bagels and things that people love up north to the south. And I saw many, we got there early, and my God, it went around blocks, and we had to wait for our turn. We got up there. My mother was happy to get the sourdough bread that she wanted, and I saw a whole grain. I didn't look at the clock, did I? 17, well, let's say it was 15, so 5 after 35. So she bought 1 loaf for me, and that was it. My introduction to whole grains. Uh-oh, is my phone going out? Oh, shoot. Let me get the plug. Hold on. Oh, God. Okay, I didn't see it. I'm out of energy. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We just have to wait now and see if they come out. I did not know I was running out of energy. Because I'm cooking, I don't think about it. And I forget these phones. Happened. It just happened the other day to one of the recipes I was doing. So I'll put my glasses on and see. Somebody's talking. And we'll find out. Okay. I'm not going to even answer that. Let's see. I know how to do this. Let's see, does it work? Okay. Hey, that's easy. I did it. The only thing we have to do now is wait 20 minutes. And we'll see how they look. I'm not going to be able to try it because of the thickness of those berries and the liquid in them. But at least we can see if they look good, if nothing else. Oh, by the way, that rice dish I made is very, very good. I enjoyed it. Okay. We're trying to make blackberry scones. So we're having a little trouble. We don't know how it's going to work out, but I'll have to wait and see. If they explode, I might mess up on it, but we're going to find out. And today we had shrimp and broccoli with saffron risotto. I'm trying to remember everything, and I took a lot of fresh fruit that I had and I diced it up, and I'm serving that over green salad, and that's what we're having today. And I think I should be done with cooking. Oh, and for the new ones, that cake I did yesterday, that carrot cake from Eastern Europe, that is so good. I'm not lying. That really caught my attention. Got my attention up. Okay, so I think that's just about it. So we have, what, 2015, 20, 31, 15, 25, 35, all right. About 14 minutes, and we can talk. Because I don't know how to pause this. I don't even know if this can be paused. In the 50s, and we might see 61. They say we have a chance of rain. So I'm not sure about the weather, but we're just, for those of you that are coming on, we're actually waiting for these blackberry scones and hoping they're coming out. Fingers crossed. I'm trying something. So, we got a little bit of waiting to do. And that's all we can do. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to stand here. I've been running all over this house. Okay. So, you can either wait with me or come back in about, 10 minutes? I don't know. But I know you cannot freeze live. I've learned that. I tried it and did a sample of it and it didn't work. So that's what we're waiting for. I don't think you guys want to watch me crochet. Oh gosh. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think somebody's up. Oh, somebody's coming down. So, hi, Ashley. Yeah. So, we still have how many minutes left for these? We have 7, 12 more minutes. We're getting there. Hi. Shh. All right. Oh, Shepherd, S. Chapel, White. Hi. I can't. You guys come up with really unusual ones, not simple ones that are easy to work with. 12 minutes. That'll be when you get up. Don't be upset with me. I was trying to get it done before. I'm trying to make Blackberry Scones. We don't know if it's going to work. Thank you. I'm actually putting stuff up. Yeah, I like that ceiling fan. It was broken for a while, but I got a contractor to fix it for me. Okay. For all of you coming on now, remember, because these are blackberries and they're very large fruits with a lot of liquid in them, I'm not going to be able to try the scone and show you probably till tomorrow. I want to make sure that, you know, they have time to set. I'm actually getting everything put up. These are blackberries we're working with. Okay. Oh, that's all right. I made a mistake too. Being in Texas and growing up there, we did not get blackberries and blueberries and strawberries and boysenberries and gooseberries and this berry. And I love the berries. So when I came up here, it was like, I'm going to have a field day with berries. Because on my birthday, I always wanted blueberry pie. And it was very hard for my mother to get it. So I always had it a month behind. Shout out to Texas, yeah. I have some cleaning I have to do. I'm going to be cleaning when I get done cooking all of these and cleaning the kitchen up. I am going to be cleaning upstairs. And if I get any time today, I have an embroidered tablecloth I'm working on, which has white and yellow flowers on it with green leaves, so it's very spring and summer. And that will go on the table here, which is my kitchenette. And the motif that I showed you is going to be a bedspread. I'm working on that right now. I think I have the pattern down. Because I did this motif 3 years ago, I couldn't remember the size hook. I couldn't remember the stitches. I knew what design was, but I couldn't remember how many stitches went here and there, and for 2 days I was tearing down a motif trying to replicate what I had done 3 years ago. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. No, it's not a chair. It's going to be a bedspread. I'll show you the design. This is the design that's going to be a bedspread. Now I've made one trying to make a duplicate of this to see if it'll work. Oh, that was something my husband got me in the 1980s. He and his brother Richard were members of a Playboy club. So my husband got a bunny. There it is, right there. It's just the little bunny with the ears, because that's what they called the waitresses, were bunnies. They were known as Playboy bunnies. It's 10 of the 80 feet. So he bought that for me. He came in with it because he and Richard went out for the night. That was his younger brother. They said they're going to the Playboys Club. I didn't want to go. And because you go there to have dinner and drinks. It's, and the bunnies, they have special rules. I said, why are you telling me these rules? I'm not going to go. They said, well, we're going to tell you the rules. And he sat there and he said, number one, you cannot touch the bunnies. You cannot say derogatory things to them, and do not touch their tails. People like to pull the cotton tail off the back of the outfit that they wear. You can't touch them. You can't touch those bunnies at all. They're protected. They have bouncers there, and they will throw you out. And you can't get into the club unless you have a card. And you become literally a member. So my husband and Richard had it, and they would go out sometimes there, have some drinks. And that was pretty much it, you know. He said, and the entertainment, ha ha ha. And the women were really, really nice. They were hardworking, most of them. They were in college or working towards some sort of degree that they were, so it wasn't a permanent job that they were going to have. And they had to learn to walk in 4- and 5-inch heels, and it wasn't easy. But it's just a job. They're just high, if you want to say high-class waitresses, and that's what they were. But to get the title of being a Playboy bunny waitress was a big thing. How are we doing on the time, guys? A few more minutes. Well, they look like it. They're working. I just took a look. I didn't open the door. So you're just going to see them and see how these things look. And tomorrow I will try them. If they hold together well, I know they're going to be all right. True, that's a tough job and I respect it. Yeah, it is hard for them. They have to carry those glasses, you know, the drinks and stuff, and they're on 4-inch heels. And I've worn 4-inch heels, and that is not easy, because you have to throw yourself a certain way to walk just so you don't lose your balance. And a lot of people don't know that. It's like modeling. You retire before you're 21, but they get you at 13 or something. You have a very small time being a model. It's always looking for young faces. And they're really little girls. I should know, they went after me. And I said no. Anytime television, Mama. Yep. We're almost there. 2 more minutes, and we'll be checking it out and see what it is. One more minute. Yay. Wait, you said they tried to go after you around that time? For modeling, I went into a boutique, and there was a scout there, and she saw me in the boutique, and she went to my mother and left a card with my mother. She did some talking with my mother. She kept watching me all over the store, wherever I walked in the store, because I was getting my first, I was going to my first dance, so I needed to get something nice. And the scout found me. That's what you call the people who go and look at people, children and stuff, to see the next model coming up. And she came to the house and talked to my mother. And then I came home. My mother had told me she had talked to that lady that was at the boutique where I went to go get a dress. And my mother was saying that you will travel and you get to wear makeup, Sandy, and you get to try all the pretty new dresses and everything. And it sounded really, she had my undivided attention. Okay, I'm gonna take these out. Oh, well. Well, they're here, they're a bit brown. Because I forgot to check the clock. So I cooked them just a bit. I'll show them and then I'll finish the story. Here they are. Okay? So what happened was, as I was agreeing with Mother, that sounded like fun, you know, meeting people. I'd be trying different kinds of foods and everything. And then my mother said, they have to cut your hair. No. We parted on that note. I said, no, I'm not getting my hair cut. No. It was my hair was down to about my hips at that time. And they wanted to cut my hair. Like, it was during that time of Twiggy, if you see her, and she has her hair cropped short. And I just said, no, I'm not doing it. My mother was mad. Those aren't cookies, those are scones. So at that time, I knew, that's why I said at that time, I was aware of. That's when I became aware of a scout. And they said, but you will be representing us. And I said, no, I'm not going to do it. No way. They wanted me to go for Miss America. My mother wanted me to, and I said no. It all consisted that I had to wear what they told me to wear, and it was to tell me they were going to cut my hair. They were going to tell me how to walk. They were going to tell me what I could do. I don't like being told what I can and cannot. I need my glasses to read what you guys are typing. I don't like being told. What kind of muffin recipe do you want? You have to tell me what kind of muffin recipe do you want. Because I make a lot of muffins. I have to get these off the sheet here. Well, at least we know we can make blackberry scones. And I have given lots of my recipes out for muffins. If you're seeing the shorts, that's why you don't get the recipes. You have to get to the videos. The videos and the shorts are named, and I usually do them the same day or a day after, so they're in the same vicinity. Just go to the videos and you'll find them. They're right there. Oh yeah, these scones got a little overcooked. Blueberry or lemon type, please. I lost my recipes. Okay, I could do that. I won't be making muffins for the rest of the week, I think. Maybe this weekend I will if I have time. Definitely next week. I've been kicking, I was crawling when I first started, and my first job in the kitchen was literally greasing pans. I can grease pans very well. I never have cooked at a restaurant. I have not worked in a job in the restaurant. All of this I have learned, it came from first, it was Julia Child, then it was James Beard, and nutritionally it was Adele Davis and Edgar Casey, the ARE, on balancing food and nutrition and health and how it works. Oh, I don't like fast foods. And I don't like it when I see videos on YouTube, and these are shorts. They say this, this, this. They don't show you them doing it, and then they say it's here. Then they say you add this, and then they clip it there. They don't show you, then they mix it. I mean, they make these 15 or 30, 15 to 1 minute shorts. No, I do not have a restaurant, and I have never worked in a restaurant. But that's where I learned my skills, came from those people. My mother started me, and then every time I learned something, I'm not done, I got another one to go. All right, 35, 45, 55, okay, we got some more time still. And it's just that way that they taught me. My mother would take me into the kitchen. I was crawling at that point. She had me grease, and then she told me I was to listen to Julia Child, and whatever Julia Child taught, I had to take it into the kitchen and make it work. Some of the first things, well, the first thing was to learn to grease, but the first thing I made on my own was French bread. I hate that recipe to this day. My mother loved it, so that was my first one. That was the first thing I made, was French bread. I made salads. I learned how to read a recipe. Blueberry pie. That's my favorite. So I also, salads. I learned when I was actually making my French bread and making salads. I had, I think it's a Betty Crocker cookbook for little girls. My mother bought it for me. I cook every day. I have long videos, but I talk with you. I also explain things to you. I say a lot of things about nutrition that I think people get very angry with. But the thing is it's your body, and you should want to understand it. I mean, it's like I have a B2 deficiency. B2, you can see mild veins on your skin, which I have. I've had them all my life. I didn't know it was a B2 deficiency, but my mother drank when she carried me, so this is one of the problems that I have. So I have to compensate for it. But I talk about nutrition and all these things. But listen, I am going to have to close this down, okay? So listen, I've got more work I have to do, so listen. So you take care and have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.